Boatworks Today is a viewer-supported show. To learn more on how you can get involved and watch extended ad-free versions of these videos, please visit our website, BoatworksToday.com, and click on the top of the heading where it says Support This Show. Thank you. Hey everybody, I hope you are all doing well. My name is Andy with Boatworks Today, and let's get started. So for this project, I'm going to be working on an older 25-foot Boston whaler, and if I remember right, I believe this is a 93? I think it's a 93 whaler. And this happens to be owned by well, it's not my local sheriff's department, but it's our neighboring county's sheriff's department. And they primarily use this boat as search and recovery. And they've had it for a number of years. They love this boat, and it made a lot of sense financially for them to actually put some money into repairing this rather than replacing it. There are a number of things I need to do on here. I need to replace some coring, up on deck, repaint the boat, but the primary reason it's here is this whole the transom. The transom's it's shot. It's soaked. It's plywood, but it's starting to delaminate and swell and crack, and it's shot. Now, if you look on the bottom of the screen around some of these weep holes, you'll see that there's a darker color, in this blackness, and I'll kind of try and zoom in here. But right there, you can see where the paint is a little bit darker. That's just water just weeping out from the coring. So there's a lot of moisture in there. It's cooked. It's shot. So priority number one, got to get this thing cut open and then get it repaired, and then we can start working on some of the other issues. So now I tend to get a lot of questions from people about transom replacements, and when you're trying to sort this through, one of the most common questions, or one of the first questions you're going to have is, well, do I try and do this replacement from the interior or the exterior of the boat? And that really kind of varies from project to project. It depends on how the boat is laid out. Now, on this particular project, just because of the way that this well is laid out, it does not give me access to the full, size of the transom. So in this instance, I'm real limited to having to do this from the exterior. So that's going to be the way that I have to approach this project. And I apologize, I don't have a whole lot of room back here. Between trying to fit everything in the shop here this winter, things are a little cozy. Anyways, I'm not 100% sure exactly how far I need to take this transom out. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to basically make a cut, along through here, and you can see there's kind of a raised panel, kind of going around and through here. I'm hoping that that's really the only part that's wood, and then the rest of it is just going to be foam, in through here. Because if you remember the old Boston whaler commercials, they have some guy out on the lake, he cut the boat in half, and they were kind of marketed as the unsinkable boat because they're injected with foam, throughout the hull. So that's what I'm hoping to run into, but I don't know for sure until we actually start slicing and dicing. So I'm gonna start with with the hopeful approach. And then if I have to, widen it out and expand the cutting area, then so be it. But for my initial cut, I think I'm going to take it right in through this corner through here, come down, and then take it all the way along this edge until I get to the bottom. Then I'm going to keep about, 3 or 4 inches all the way down and around, just so that I can use this area to tab into, so I don't have to try and wrap it down and around the hull, because underneath here I don't have a whole lot of room to wrap it because of the trailer. So then I'll take that and extend it, across this top, on this back edge here, all the way across, and then over to this, same approach over on this side. Take it down around this corner, and then down, close to the bottom edge of the hull. And again, I'm not sure of the full extent of how far I'm gonna have to go with this, but fingers crossed. Let me get the big camera set up and we'll start cutting. So for removing this outer skin, I'm gonna be using what's called an oscillating cutter. Now, for doing this type of work, these oscillating cutters, they really are slick. They are, in my opinion, the best tool to use for this. They do not have a spinning blades, but the way that they work is they've got a sharp blade, but it just oscillates, it vibrates back and forth. and it gives you a very controlled, narrow cut that is just, it's just awesome. Now, the particular brand that I'm using, this particular one is made by Fine, F-E-I-N, but there are a number of brands out there that make these now. I think Fine was just one of the original manufacturers that made this cutter, but now there are a number of brands available, and they vary quite a bit in price. But either way, if you're ever looking at having to do a transom replacement, I highly, highly recommend you get one of these oscillating cutters. And when you can hold a vacuum right next to the cutter like I'm doing here, this whole process is virtually dust-free. So at least up to this point, just using a hammer and a pry bar, it worked pretty well for, for peeling this old coring material out and at least getting things started, but it's kind of met its match. So I think going forward, we need to bring out something with a little bit more horsepower. So cue the 2x4s. On this transom, I've gotten, pretty much all the plywood removed, except for this little rip, or little lip right down here. This is probably 2-3 inches all the way down and around. And I've done everything I can to try and pull this out, and I can't get it. It won't break loose. Kind of at a loss. So with the internet being what it is, I did a little bit of digging around on Amazon, and I found this thing has got to be almost outlawed in most states because of just how dangerous it is. But take a look at this bad boy. This is basically a chainsaw on a wheel. But the theory, or the way that this is supposed to work, is that I'll be able to take this in here and then basically hog out this middle, give me a little bit of room to get in here with a pry bar, and then hopefully bust the what's left out. This is just a bad idea all the way around. Well, got her done. Got her done. No major injuries. Just took off one finger. But here, check this out. Still got a little bit of cleanup to do, but yeah, for the most part, it's pretty well. All the material's pretty well removed. Made a bit of a mess, which I'll clean up here shortly, but not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty happy with it. And it didn't really seem to dull out much either. So, and it touched some glass a little bit, but this was a one-time use kind of a cutter ahead for me. So, all in all, pretty good day. So with the old transom material removed, I think this will be a good stopping point for this video. Now, in the next one, I'm going to be coming through and templating out this transom for cutting in the new plywood and then epoxying that in, and then, you know, kind of working through the steps here. Now, I will say in the next video, there is one little hiccup that I ran into that I did not anticipate, and I didn't see it coming, and I've really never experienced before on any other boat that I've done. So that was kind of interesting, and we'll cover that in the next video. So anyways, for right now, I think we're going to sign off for this. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give this a thumbs up, share it with however you do this on social stuff, forums or whatever. And if you have any questions, comments, please leave those down below. And until next time, thanks for watching.
This has been a BoatworksToday production.